Hello everyone, it's Breakmaster here, and today I have a LEGO Star Wars set to review. This is the 9492 TIE Fighter from 2012. This set comes with 413 pieces, was rated for ages 8 to 14, and cost you $55 back when it was in stores. This was the first TIE Fighter that I got, and I got the ones from the TIE Fighter collection around 4 years later, so I definitely had this one first. So let's look at the instructions to be the first part of the review. Alright, so here are the instructions, and they're quite large because this is a larger set. That was the 2012 box art and instruction art with the Darth Maul at the top right-hand corner. Comes with a total of 48 pages, including the back. Of course, voice screaming you win, can't forget that. Over here, it tells you to sign up for the LEGO Club magazine. Over here, it shows you the other sets released in 2012, as well as the minifigures that come in those sets. Over here it shows you a little scene of how the rebels are attacking the first Death Star and the Imperials are fighting back. And over here it shows you the sets in greater detail with all of the minifigures. So that's it for that part. Here is of course the parts list and the little box that tells you what pieces you need for each step. So overall I think the instructions are quite good. So here are the minifigures that come in the set, and there are a total of 4, and I have to say, I think they're all quite nice. So from left to right, you have, of course, the TIE Fighter pilot, the Imperial officer, the Death Star trooper, and R5J2. I think, of course, they all look good. I think that they all, of course, look like what they're supposed to be. So the first minifigure right here is the TIE Fighter pilot, and I think this is the first year they started using this helmet mold for him, which I think is a great improvement from the black Stormtrooper helmet they used to use before. And as you can see, he has the little Imperial roundels there, he has a little breathing apparatus, some things, of course, regulating his breathing apparatus. And if you lift off his helmet, you can see he has this face right here. I think this face was only used for a few years. First, it used to be the black head, and then it was replaced with the angry clone. So I think he looks quite good. Over here is the Imperial officer, and I always thought of him as Admiral Piet because the only set that Admiral Piet comes in, I think, is the $400 Super Star Destroyer, which is not a set that I'm going to be getting anytime soon, and I'm most likely never going to get it, but I think this is a pretty good replacement. I really like the torso printing, and he even has some back printing as well, just to put a little bit more detail in there. I know it wasn't 100% necessary, but I like when LEGO goes above and beyond and making minifigures look good. Over here, of course, is the Death Star Trooper, another nice looking minifigure, and I think this helmet was also just brought in for this year. Before it used to be a different style, and I always like it when they make the helmets and hats and everything look more accurate. Of course, he has a chin strap right there. He has some nice torso printing, and he has, of course, a blaster. Back here, he has no back printing. I thought he did, but I guess I was wrong. And oh, he has another head, so that's what his second face looks like. He has some glasses or a visor on. Of course, the same chin strap. That's probably when he's around when the Imperials are firing up the super laser on the Death Star just to make sure that he doesn't get blinded by the bright lights. And of course he has a very stern face because he is trying to make sure no rebels have infiltrated the Death Star. And right here is our R5 unit. And I think that this the dome piece on this minifigure is a brand new mold for this year, 2012. And I always like it when they put new molds in there. I think it makes it look much more accurate. Of course, he has the same printout layout as R2-D2 and the other Astro droids, so I think he's done quite well. So that's it for the minifigures. Alright, so here's the TIE Fighter itself, and yeah, I got this one before the TIE Fighter collection, so this was my first TIE Fighter, and I really like the look of it. I think it looks better than the 2004 ones, but I think that it is slightly too big, but anyway, this is what it looks like. I really like the detail around the cockpit, and I really like the detail that they put on the wings. I think it looks really good. I like, of course, the lines of the little panels, and of course it has a little printed piece right there. It was like when they add little printed pieces in there. And back here, this is what the back looks like. Very nice as well. And yeah, the second panel is identical to the first. And you can see they use these clip pieces to connect the light gray frame on it, which is something that I really do like. And yeah, now I'm going to show you the cockpit in greater detail. So I'll set my recording device down. So this is what the cockpit section looks like. They use this really nice windscreen piece for it. Of course, it looks very accurate. And up here, I forgot to show you, is another printed piece that I think they retired recently, but I really do like this one. And what you can do is you can lift open the cockpit, and it is double hinged, so you can open it all the way up like this. And in here, of course, is the cockpit. So this is what the little control panel looks like. It's a transparent red grille, which I don't think is that bad. I think they could have maybe put a little bit of a print on there and just made it a tile, but this doesn't bother me too much. Of course, you can get your TIE Fighter pilot, sit him inside, and there you go. Pretty simple. And over here, of course, there are two flick fire missiles, and they don't really fire as well. Of course, they're flick fire missiles, but I think they do look quite good. They look like pretty neat looking laser cannons. I'll just stick them in there. This is the wings. You can see they're a little bit wobbly, but they definitely made it better than the 2004 ones, which were very wobbly. And they use this by using the peg pieces and also using some axle pieces in there for stability, which is something I really appreciate. So yeah, this is a large set. There is not as much to it. It's just a ship. So yeah, that's basically it for this set. Alright, so for my overall thoughts on the set, I really do like this. Again, I think it's just slightly too big, but other than that, it's definitely one of the best looking TIE Fighters out there. And you can still get it for a pretty good price. I think you can, if you get it used, you can get it as much as it was back when it was in stores. And if you want to get it new, you'll probably pay a little bit over $100, but I would suggest getting it used. And this is a very good set. I really like it. The minifigure selection is great, so that's it for this review. I hope to see you all later. Goodbye.